Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions because ÆSPA's dirty work was yikes. If you guys watch our reaction, I
oh
said I know
no,
exactly what K-pop spy was gonna
oh
say,
no.
and it is
It
yikes.
wasn't
It
bad,
was
but
bad. It was
I feel
horrible.
like the girls are getting more relaxed, like
The
very
Let's
chill.
give credit where it's due. The music video was solid. I
Yeah, it
enjoyed
was
the
good
music,
production.
visually
Yeah,
pleasing.
yeah,
The
and with the
song,
vibes.
the song was horrible.
The song, I think it was okay. It's not
1.
no
ÆSPA's
supernova, you know. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get
dirty work
that.
is Whiplash 2.0. It was supposed to be a flex, a definitive step forward after riding the wave of hits like Supernova, Armageddon, and Whiplash. But instead, SM lazily vomited up a hip hop knockoff and hoped we'd be too dazzled by pretty visuals to notice. Well, we noticed. Let's talk structure. It's basically a copy paste disaster of Whiplash. You've got the same predictable formula: talk rapped verses, monotonous refrain, an obligatory vocal bridge to pretend.
Whiplash was actually good. Something about Whiplash, the beat was fire. Like the repetitiveness didn't
Mm-hmm.
bother me.
It
Uh,
made sense with
It
Whiplash
it
too.
makes sense. Like Whiplash was
What they
actually a
did
good
with
song.
that, yeah.
This song,
Dirty work. I don't know why it was like that.
I think maybe for me personally, like when there is repetitiveness in like pop, dance songs,
Mm-hmm.
techno, whatever, it don't bother me. It's just I feel like
Because that's the vibes for techno.
I think maybe it fits either fits the vibes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you try to do hip hop, and that's my genre, it's insulting.
Let me see.
Like repetitiveness in hip hop, I honestly, I'm not just coming for K-pop. There's the song that was on the radio, and I told you I was like, what the fuck is the song? The TikTok song.
Which one?
Remember? What the hell? Oh yeah. What the
Yeah.
song is
What the
so fucking
hell?
horrible. The whole
What the
song
hell?
is literally what the hell?
What the
What
hell
the
he
helly?
on?
What the helly on? What and like they keep repeating that shit. I said, what the
Yeah.
fuck is the song?
But
Why they playing this
because
garbage?
that's a catchy part for
For TikTok,
TikTok.
for the 20 seconds, it's catchy, but
Yeah.
they literally played the whole song, and the whole song is
Like
what the helly? What the helly on?
or you
What
know
the
which one I
hell?
like?
I'm like, what the fuck is this
I
song?
never heard it all the way through. She was a fairy. Wow. Wow. She was a fairy with a fatty on my
Well,
body.
if the whole song is like that, it's no, because what the hell? I heard that, on TikTok. I thought
Yeah.
that was just the TikTok part, 10, 20 seconds of the song. That's cool.
Yeah.
But the whole 2 minutes, 30 seconds or whatever that fucking song is,
Yeah.
the whole fucking thing. It's horrible. And this is the same as Dirty Work. Anyway, back to K
They're
pop.
gonna say,
There's
I already know. They're gonna say, you old.
How can you listen to the song when all they're repeating, what the hell, what the helly, what the hellion, what the hell, what the hell?
Leonte.
It's like, what the
You
helliante?
don't know the next verse.
I'm like,
Come on.
oh, what kind of variations can you do with what the hell and to add like another ending?
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop it.
And voila, the parallels are borderline plagiarism, except everything exciting and catchy from Whiplash got surgically removed, leaving behind a monotonous carcass that struggles to justify its bloated
Yeah.
3-minute runtime. Who in the absolute heck decided this repetitive talk rap nonsense should dominate every verse? Are we
I
really
don't know.
pretending that rhythmic talking equals charisma now? Because it doesn't, it's obnoxiously repetitive. The chorus is catchy for the first 10
But
seconds,
I'm
but
glad
repeating
there's
the
like
same
a genre, like it's called talk rap, talk singing.
Well, rap in itself is talking. It's like poetry. You're reciting a poem basically on a beat. That's rap.
I feel like it's also like the sound because there's people who when they rap
The
they
cadence,
sound
yes. Yes, there's the
they don't
there's
have
the
yeah
delivery.
yeah. There's a little bit more to that.
There's the punch.
Mhm.
There's a something called punchline for a
Mhm.
reason.
That's why you need to have like levels in when you're rapping. You don't rap
Exactly,
like
yes.
monotone.
Like if you guys seen our videos how like about K-pop rap, we have a couple where like
Mhm.
talk about K-pop rap. The rap is a skill.
Mhm.
Like as you just said, the delivery, the
Mhm.
cadence, the K-pop removes the skill and they make it
Mhm.
monotone so everybody can rap. In K-pop's mind, rapping is just just taking on a beat and just saying shit.
Mhm.
That's not what
No.
rap is a skill.
same monotonous phrase with barely any melodic variation is musical torture. Is this supposed to be trendy minimalism? Or did SM run out of ideas after a single brain cell imploded? They had this ridiculously sexy gritty industrial beat and somehow managed to squander it completely. That's honestly impressive, but not in the way they intended. The vocals here, or rather the criminal lack thereof, are an even bigger tragedy. ÆSPA houses 3 powerhouse vocalists, Ningning, Winter and Karina, yet somehow this track sidelines them harder than YG does to Treasure. What's the point of having a vocal line that's strong if you're just going to reduce their roles to glorified
That's true.
Winter's little 20 seconds was nice. I said it in the I think at 2 minute mark it
There were
came
some
on.
moments.
It came on at 2 minute mark of the video to about 210, 220, and that was a nice little verse that she had. I will give
Yeah.
her props, but that's the highlight of the song for me.
I just feel like they're making music where they don't have to do too much with their voices so they could perform more and not hear the
I don't know.
complaints.
Background whispers.
I don't know what the fuck they're
The
doing.
new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh,
Instead, we get Giselle doing whatever the heck she's doing. I'm sorry, but hearing Giselle's attempt at mafia ties back to the old world was painful enough to justify therapy. Girl, what mafia ties? Your biggest threat is the internet backlash for delivering lines that scream middle school play pretending. And Karina,
mean, it
honey,
was something
charisma can't fix
different.
everything.
We actually like that line. We're like, ooh, thank you, something else.
So maybe that was Giselle who I'm talking, because I think that's the rhyme scheme that I'm
The
talking
mafia,
about. I
yeah.
think that, not that, obviously I know that it's
liked
fake,
it.
whatever. So, you know, that I just
But
feel
we
like,
knew they're not in the
yeah,
mafia.
yeah. It's just, I feel like the writer who wrote it, I think they actually put effort into that little verse, because that verse was actually solid.
Especially lyrics written by someone who apparently just Googled gangster slang 5 minutes before recording. And let's talk about the choice to pronounce business as business, SM. For God's sake, this is 2025, not 2005. Nobody thinks it's edgy or street, it's just awkward and borderline offensive. Speaking of which, the lyrics are peak embarrassment. Cosplay Gangster doesn't even begin to cover it. Hearing Karina and Giselle whisper talking their way through faux aggressive lines is an insult to actual hip-hop artists who've perfected authenticity. SM, please stop using hip-hop as a cheap prop to market internationally. It's desperate, disrespectful, and painfully obvious that no one at the label genuinely understands the genre. It reeks of old
Yes, yes, SM Town, SM and hip hop. I think there's only one NCT that actually can pull off hip hop. Aside from that, there's nobody in SM that can do hip hop right.
They need to call someone.
executives in suits going, this is what the kids like, right? Mafia ties back to the old world? Girl, what mafia ties? What exactly does ÆSPA know about business? Absolutely nothing. This misguided tough girl aesthetic doesn't just miss, it flies off the cliff screaming. The hip-hop community didn't ask to be dragged through the mud by companies desperate for street cred they can never authentically earn. Styling and visuals are supposed to be a redeeming factor? Having a big budget and gorgeous outfits can't hide the glaring fact that the girls look about as comfortable playing bad gangster girls as I would accidentally yelling slay during a funeral hymn. It's all surface-level bravado, completely forced and hollow. SM threw cash at aesthetics to distract from the gaping black hole of creativity at the heart of this single. This is clearly SM's limp handshake to the West. And not even the cool part of the West. SM took everything unique and experimental about ÆSPA, the futuristic cyberpunk genre-bending K-pop spectacle, and tossed it out the window. And for what? Dirty work is precisely the kind of half-baked attempt that American audiences mock, not embrace. Sometimes I wonder if we're even looking at the same Western market.
That's what it sucks for K-pop, is that these kind of songs people see and they kind of think that's K-pop what it is. It's embarrassing for K-pop as a whole.
Because whatever this was aiming for,
Like what was the fucking girl's name who was racist? Not Doechii, but the other one. The female Kanye West. The fuck is her name?
Oh, Azalea Banks.
Azalea Banks. Yeah, she probably heard songs like this, and that's what her commentary is about.
it missed the target and the point. 2. Cat's Eye dropped their beautiful Chaos EP with 3 new tracks. Starting with Game Boy,
Oh
it's not
my
terrible, it's just painfully
gosh.
average. The production floats on a
Yes.
decent Afrobeats rhythm with
That's, if you guys saw. That's what we kind of thought too. The song is not bad. The music video, I felt it was.
mid.
I felt for the title track, it was
I
underwhelming.
thought it was a B-side.
Because the pre-releases were so good, the
Yeah.
expectations were so high.
The releases are doing so good on
Yeah,
Billboard too.
the Billboard, yeah, we saw in the UK, Gabrielle is at around 40th spot. It was
The highest position they
spectacular,
had
yeah.
so far.
So Game Boy, it was mid. It wasn't bad by any means. It was just underwhelming. We
Yeah.
have very high expectations because of, they
Yeah,
set the bar
it is.
high. For a B-side, it would be great.
Yeah, it
No
would be
problem. But
okay.
for a title track, the music video was underwhelming. The
I know
song
this
is
was supposed to be
average.
title chat.
Yeah, this was not supposed to be a
What do
title
you call
track.
it? Title track.
Yeah.
Mhm.
some pixelated retro game bleeps tossed in, but the song refuses to move past its intro. It's stuck in place the entire time. There's no progression, no development,
Yeah,
That's exactly the issue.
Yeah.
The song is just flat.
we just
The-
stuck.
yeah.
no moment where it shifts gears or surprises you. It stays in its lane and never even
These
tries to
outfits are
merge.
so
That's the main
good.
issue. It's static. The structure is lazy. It loops the same melodic idea for 3 minutes straight, which wouldn't be a problem if anything changed or built on it. But it doesn't. There's no shift. Just
Man,
the same thing on
everyone's eating
repeat
these
until the
looks.
track ends. After the first minute, you've basically heard the whole thing. The retro gaming sounds and Afrobeats combo could have been creative, but the execution is shallow. Those little gaming effects are just sprinkled on top like decoration instead of being built into the track. Nothing about the arrangement
Yeah,
uses
that's
them in
what
a
I
smart or evolving way.
saying.
They're just there doing nothing.
Yeah.
Vocally, the girls
Yeah, today
Just think
we're
of very,
in
like-
agreement on everything so far with K-pop Spy. Yeah.
Wow.
delivered. But that's about it. Everything sits in a mid-register comfort zone. And it never challenges them or stretches anything emotionally. No standout moments. No switch-ups. No vocal dynamics. Not even some harmonies or a variation in the final chorus to give it a proper send-off. Just safe.
Like even the choreo was kind of reused from Touch a little bit, like the same moves they did. And I'm not saying choreo has to be like super creative. But if the whole music video was just gonna be you dancing, then the choreo better be something new. Because if they did the same choreo on Gabriella, who cares? Because Gabriella, like that, the music video was like a movie. Dancing was like the last one.
I feel
Yeah,
like the budget went to that.
Yeah.
Just the Alba. And then
the
after we got the Game Boy, we like, ooh, we spent the money.
the dancing in Gabriella, I don't even care about the dancing. The music video was just interesting. So that's whatever. But this, if you the whole music video is essentially gonna be a performance video, that performance better slay.
Safe, predictable and forgettable. Then there's MIA, and this is where things actually get interesting. The production is sleek, the sound design is cool, and the track definitely tries something fresher than Game Boy ever did. It's experimental, it plays with textures, and it gives off this moody futuristic vibe that works. But here's the problem. The song ends just when it's getting somewhere.
Oh,
2
we
minutes and
didn't hear
done.
this
It
one.
introduces ideas.
Yeah, we haven't reacted to the other two songs.
No visuals? They look
No,
good here,
they don't
too.
have no visuals yet, but we'll get to it, guys.
Okay.
We're gonna be a little busy for the next couple days, so we probably won't be posting much. But after that, once we get back in the rhythm again, we'll get to them eventually.
And then cuts itself short before they can go anywhere. That's a problem. Short songs can work if they're tight and explosive, but this one just feels incomplete. The production is detailed, the atmosphere is on point, the vocal processing is creative, but all that doesn't mean much when the structure itself lacks payoff. The song needed a climax or a resolution to land with any real impact. Instead, it just stops. It's the best track on the EP, but it still leaves you wanting more. Lastly, Mean Girls. Sonically, it's nothing to write home about. It's your standard generic girl group ballad, but where it tries to be different is in the lyrics, and that's where
I
it
don't know
stumbles.
if she's
The lyrics are
valid or
clearly
not.
trying to be some kind of half
You
ironic.
wanna skip it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we haven't
Yeah.
seen it. Don't really have a feedback. Oh, Jesse's newsflash. Oh,
Last and very much least is gnarly. 3. Guess who's back? It's Jessie. Word on the street.
I will say, out of yesterday's drops, and we had a few in K-pop yesterday, Jesse's was the best. Newsflash was the best dropping. Even here in the States, right? What we did, I would say Jesse's. Maybe Burna Boy would be the second one.
Yeah. Burna Boy was like,
But
that's
Burna-
not his best song.
Yeah, Burna Boy, that
The-
wasn't his
the-
best song. It was okay.
This was better.
Yeah, Jesse's was overall, yes, the best song that dropped yesterday was Jesse's Newsflash.
Jessie is blacklisted into oblivion in Korea. Her own fan sites are out here saying she's barred from almost every broadcast station,
Wow.
music show,
That's why she's
Wow.
left. Well, good for you, Jesse. Doing it in the States.
Well,
Fuck it.
she ain't got no choice.
Well, yeah, she don't got no choice, but
they
Okay,
they extra out the
whatever.
island.
but
They voted her off the
of
island,
that
bro.
one. Bring in Jada Kiss, collab with A-Witch.
No,
honestly.
she got a stunt now. Now
Yeah,
she gotta be
do
part of
here in the
stunt gang.
States, man. She has a good sound.
and variety slot in the country. To make things even messier, half her celebrity friends ghosted and unfollowed her right after the scandal. In case your memory's short, back in
Wow.
September 2024, an 18-year-old fan
We
approached
don't
Jessie
need a
outside,
recap.
just
No,
with the
no,
kids
wait,
for a
wait,
photo.
okay.
She politely declined. And then out of nowhere, some guy from her entourage straight up punched the kid in the face. Jessie, she barely did anything, stepped in for a second, then dipped. CCTV caught it all. And get this, the attacker turned out to be some random Chinese friend of Jessie's producer. Jessie's intervention was so weak it might as well have been a shrug. Cue the internet losing its mind, especially when it was
fuck is
revealed
this
that she
guy?
went partying afterwards.
that spray
Netizens
tan.
dragged her for being a bystander and for walking away while her fan got assaulted. The cops even hauled her in on charges of intimidation and helping a suspect. But those
What?
got dropped due to insufficient evidence. Too bad, because the damage was already nuclear. Her label dropped her. The sub-label she used to run is dust, and now she's stuck managing herself with zero industry
You
backing.
know, honestly, this was a plot. They said she had to go. Ain't no way.
Honestly, this makes me cheer for her even harder. I really want her to
Ain't
succeed.
no way. I feel
I
like that
really
was a
want her to
plot
succeed.
set up
I don't give a fuck. Fuck that
by
industry.
the label. Said we can't.
I
We
want
can't
her
really do
to
much
come
with
here
her.
in the States and drop something with Jada Kiss. I don't know, call up Eminem, whoever the fuck.
She just saw the back door. Just got back door.
I want her to succeed here. I like her. She deserves it.
After all that, she suspended all her activities in Korea, basically going MIA. She tried the whole damage control routine, posted 2 half-hearted apologies on Instagram, claimed she contacted the fan's mom and threw out some tired I'll do. Better
We
promise.
saw the apologies. The apologies were half-hearted because she didn't do nothing. How can you apologize when you don't do nothing wrong? What can you say? Like
So you're saying it's half-hearted, meaning that it didn't come off as like.
probably, but like
good?
how can it be full-hearted when she literally like what the fuck is she supposed to say? Oh, I'm sorry guys, I should have jumped in front of the punch and take the hit myself. Is that what she's supposed to say? Like the girl, she didn't do nothing. We saw the video. We sat here for like 10 videos we did about the situation. She didn't do nothing.
The public, unmoved. Her image nosedived straight into the trash. Her Korean career flatlined, and she's unofficially but very much effectively blacklisted from the entire scene. Fast forward to now, Jessie's crawling back with a comeback, and the internet is split. Some clowns are out here hyping up Queen's back, while everyone else is still roasting her over the scandal receipts. Honestly, I don't see
They're
Jessie coming.
roasting her?
What is there to roast? She didn't do nothing.
Are we missing something? We're missing something. I'm
No,
missing
we not
something.
missing nothing. We watched this
no-
fucking
that's not
misogynistic
possible.
country. We watched the video. The girl is standing there. Some random guy punches the kid. What does she have to do with anything?
Coming back from this, she's been wrapped up in too many controversies for anyone to keep pretending it's just bad luck. Whether it's assault drama, label beef, or public messiness, at some point you gotta wonder if it's just her. As for her new single Newsflash,
Oh, they blame
obviously
her.
aimed at the international crowd, lots of wannabe media callouts and recycled look at me jabs, but honestly, it's basic as heck compared to her old stuff. Sure, the old school hip hop beat is decent and Jessie's still got that loudmouth confidence. But her delivery is flatter than Patricia's, but the flow is bare minimum. The bars are so predictable you could rap along before hearing the second verse. Nothing about this screams comeback. If anything, it's a desperate last gasp from someone who's already out the door. Speaking of chasing the international bag, that's exactly what Wonho's been trying to do with these English singles
wait,
for.
wait. I mean, they didn't even say how she got Jada Kiss.
To me, Jadakiss was like a kind of hint at a collab, which is good. I think it's good for her to get her name out a little bit. But Jadakiss is not exactly a mainstream star either. Like, to be fair, I know the name. I didn't even know what the guy looked like. I had to look it up. I just knew he was part of Locks. And you know how I knew that?
Mariah Carey.
No, Eminem.
Oh.
He had a bar in the MGK disc. Nothing between us but the Locks. Moi, give Jade a kiss. Jade is MGK's daughter. Jade a kiss, Locks. That's how I knew that. But I didn't even know what the guy looked like. So yeah, he's not exactly like a superstar, but he's a well-respected figure in the rap industry,
Yeah,
though.
definitely.
For a while now. His latest one, Better Than Me, comes strutting in like it's here to change lives. And of course, he's flaunting that gorgeous body in the MV like always. We love that. But honestly, that's where the praise ends. It really had the nerve to chant, "No one does it better than me," like it's spitting generational talent. When in reality, it's just coasting on borrowed 2000s fumes with nothing to show for it.
So
like, if
today's
you're gonna
video is all just reviewing stuff, huh? Cool. Have you watched this too, guys? You can check it out. What we think?
talk that kind of talk, at least drop a beat that doesn't sound like a stock loop pulled from a sexy back cosplay tutorial. The whole
I
track
guess
is 2
we all
minutes
agreed that this was him just showing off his body for 3 minutes straight.
Yep.
and some change, but somehow still manages to feel like it's dragging its feet. Is it just me, or has Wonho completely flatlined? Every time I check out his stuff, I'm hit with the same reaction. Wow, that body's hot, and then nothing. As Michelle from RuPaul's Drag Race once screamed, stop relying on that body. And that's all for today. Thank you.
That's the shade. That was shading. I was quoting
She's right. The
RuPaul.
song was flat. The song was flat.
Yes.
It was, check out our reaction, guys. We went in depth, especially at the end of the video. We talked a lot about it.
You know, this person, I don't know, we could maybe be friends.
I mean, honestly, today I felt like we agreed basically on everything. Like maybe on Jessie's song we disagree. I kind of felt the song was better than she felt. But aside from that, we kind of on the same page with everything she said.
I'm so curious what everyone else has to say. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts over to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.